Okay, I'd just like to show you what your final project for this course should look like. So I'm going to just run my version of it. And we see that we have a J-frame here. Let me lower that. Okay, so we have a J-frame here, and it has the contents of my library. So we'll get to that in a second, but you can see that I have a Star Wars DVD that was loaned out to Mike on 9 June, and a Star Trek Blu-ray disc that was loaned to Jason on 10 June. So this is a list of all the items currently in my library. If I click on the Add button, I can add a new thing. Let's add Aliens, and that's on DVD. And then that will immediately appear in my list. And I haven't loaned that out to anyone yet, so it doesn't have any mention of that kind of thing. So if I click on, let's say I click on one of these that's currently loaned out, and I say check in, then it checks it in and updates the list accordingly. If I try to check out an item that's already checked out, then it tells me I can't do that because it's already on loan, which makes sense. If I try to check out an item that isn't already checked out, then that updates the list accordingly. I can also delete one of these things. So here I'll delete the Star Wars DVD, and it removes it from the list. So if you see, I have two items right now in my library, and they're both loaned out, Star Trek and Aliens. If I close my UI here, and I go look at my data file, the data file stores the contents of my library so that the next time I open up my program, it can read these back in and I don't have to start from scratch again. You need to separate the different fields by some kind of symbol that you wouldn't normally see in the input. So I chose the pipe symbol, which is Shift and the backspace key, but you can pick whatever you want. So if I run my program again, we see that these two items are already in the library. That's pretty much it. I guess the only other thing I wanted to point out is that all of the input is done through dialogues. So if I need to add an item, it's popping up dialogues rather than having me type at the console. And also, if there are any exceptions or problems, those are shown to the user in dialog boxes rather than through the console. So I get a dialog box for this. And that's it.